Good morning, students. This is me, Najmus Khan from NLK Group of Schools. Today, we are going to start with chapter number 12, Friction. Let's discuss the definition of friction first. Friction is a natural force that resists the relative motion of two surfaces in contact. It is always exerted in a direction that opposes motion. For examples, you rub your hands against each other to warm up in chilly winters. Next, to light a matchstick, you rub its head on the rough side of the matchbox. Thus, some heat is generated and the combustible material on the matchstick head start to burn. So these are the different examples of friction. Next, now coming to the causes of friction. Friction is basically caused due to the interlocking of irregularities between the two surfaces in contact. The surface may be smooth or rough. A smooth surface have minute irregularities between the two surfaces, and the rough one will have the larger irregularities between the two surfaces. So, friction is always more if the surfaces are rough. Now coming to the types of friction. Friction is of two types, that is static friction and the sliding friction. First discuss what is static friction. Static means at rest, something which is at rest, okay? The friction between two solid objects that are not moving relative to each other. This is known as static friction. The force required to make an object start moving or sliding from rest position is a measure of static friction. Static friction can stop an object from sliding down a sloped surface. Now coming to the sliding friction. The force required to continue moving or sliding an object is called the sliding friction. Two objects touching each other that slide past one another causing sliding friction. Now coming to measuring friction. How can we measure friction? An approximate measurement of friction can only be made by using a spring balance. Like we can see the structure of figure of spring balance alongside. It consists of a spring having a movable pointer attached to it. The pointer moves over a scale according to the force applied on the spring and measures the corresponding stretch of the spring. So this way how we measure the friction from spring balance. Now coming to factors affecting friction. So friction basically depends upon the material's properties such as the roughness, how clean the surface is, and the other factors also. So let's discuss what are the factors on which the friction depends. Number 1, nature of the surface in contact. Smoothness of the surface. Next, how hard the surface pressed together. It means more the solid object, more the friction, isn't it? So there are two factors on which friction depends. Is first the nature of the surface in contact, and the other one is the solid object. The more the solid object, more will be the friction. Now, friction is also called a necessary evil. So let's discuss why friction is necessary to us. Friction as a necessity, it produces heat and slows down moving bodies. Next, if there were no friction, the bodies will either slip or not move like we. We can't move on a floor if friction is very less. Now coming to the benefits of friction. Benefits, there are various examples of benefits of frictions like striking a matchstick, spiked shoes of cricket players, we are able to drive automobiles, writing on a paper, writing on a blackboard with a chalk. So all these are just done with the help of friction. I hope you people have understood everything. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care.